Good day, Prof. Welcome, good day. And today we would like to present about the psychological analysis about the movie Black Swan.
Assalamualaikum and hi. For our assignment psychology, we had choose Black Swan movie to be evaluated about the psychological disorder. There are many types psychological disorder that illustrated in that movie. What I want to focus is about psychosis and paranoid schizophrenia. Psychosis is an experiencing a breakdown from reality and disability to distinguish what is real from what is not. For paranoid schizophrenia, it is a type of brain disorder. It is difficult to tell the difference between reality and fantasy. For the symptom of paranoid schizophrenia, it is many symptoms that we can see. For example, delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, disorganized behavior, negative symptoms, suicidal thoughts, and many more. Okay, for the last one is the treatments for paranoid schizophrenic patients. For individual or patient that suffering this disorder, it can be treated by medications, therapy, and the last one is hospitalization.
My name is Siti FARADIANA binti Muhammad Wang, metric number 264067. Let's proceed with question B. How would the life be when living with a psychological disorder? Schizophrenia is one of the mental illnesses that is able to disrupt the psychology of individuals, either mentally, physically, as well as personality. Patients with psychological illness are unable to manage themselves in terms of controlling emotional stress that is caused by the increased neurotransmitter dopamine in the brain that can cause strange behavior by patients. And individuals with schizophrenia is most likely unable to live their daily life with a healthy and harmonious social psychological aspect. Such mental disorders will cause an individual to easily cope with depression, thus can lead them to commit suicide. The main character in the movie Black Swan, Nina, for example, failed to control her mental disorder, which eventually led to suicide. Next question, what are the impacts of this psychological disorder have on oneself as well as other people in his or her life? So, schizophrenia is associated with ghost costumes. Individuals sometimes assume that they can hear voices and also believe that people around them can read their minds. In the meantime, it is clear that this psychological disorder has a negative impact on the patient and others in life. This is considered a scary experience where it can lead to depression and feeling of anger toward the people around them. For example, Nina is not comfortable socializing with her fellow dancer in the company, for example Lily, where Nina thinks that Lily is trying to seduce her with sexual behavior and wants a major role in the performance of the character Black Swan. Apart from that, Nina also had a conflict in her relationship with her mother, so she acted violently by slamming the room door while injuring her mother. As a result, Nina began to injure herself by scratching the back of her shoulder until it bled. Next, what are the factors that cause the character in this movie to live with this psychological disorder? So, psychological disorders can occur due to many factors. It could be genetic, environment, work stress, drug abuse, and others. So in this case, we agreed to say that the main factor that cause psychological disorder in Nina is due to work stress. It is clearly seen when Nina struggles as much as possible to embrace the lead role as Swan Queen and is finally selected for the role. Next, we assume that the disorder is occurred due to something to do with the drug abuse. There is actually a scene where drives the existence of the symptoms of schizophrenia, where is an illusion in Nina. We can see the scene when Lily invites Nina to have a drink at a nightclub. Lily had put drugs into Nina's drink so she could daydream and be able to enjoy the night.
Assalamualaikum. I will continue the presentation with the next topic, which is 3 theory psychology that related in the movie. The first theory is psychoanalysis theory. Psychoanalysis theory is a procedure for the investigation for mental processes, mainly through exploring the unconscious. For example, Thomas represents the ID. In the movie, Nina is having trouble showcasing the black swan, which is the opposite side of the innocent white swan that Nina portrays perfectly. Thomas is the aspect of Nina's subconscious that tells her to let go and release herself and uses her sexuality to improve her performance. Second theory psychology is humanistic theory. Humanistic theory in Black Swan movie can be highlighted during Nina's personality will be outlined by looking at Roger's key concepts in his theory. The actualization tendency, the self-concept, the organismic valuing process, conditions of words, conditional and unconditional positive. For example, Nina's relationship with her mom, Lily, and Thomas will be looked at in relation to how it was shaped her personality and if Nina moves toward any actualization. In the movie, Nina does not self-actualize because firstly, she was in a state of incongruence and was brought up in a home with conditional positive regard. The third theory, psychology, that in Black Swan movie is psychoanalytic theory. A psychoanalytic theory is a behavior motivated by subconscious thought and feelings. In this movie, Nina is passionate about dancing. It consumes her every working hour. She does little and thinks little about anything else as far as we can see. And it's almost a given that a true artist is obsessed with his or her work. Few of masterpieces we know were created nonically by the artist. Some of the most interesting biographies contain stories about an artist's quest for perfections in creation. That's all from my part.
Assalamualaikum and good day to Professor Yahya. My name is Muhammad NURHANIS bin Muhammad KAMEH. My metric number is 265379. So today I would like to talk about three types of personality in Black Swan movie. So the three types of personality in this movie are id, ego and superego. So the first personality is id. It can be defined as part of personality that is related to pleasure principle. And the character that portrays the id personality is Lily. Nina was raised to perceive sex as morally wrong things, and it was Lily that responsible to awaken the sensual side of Nina. So the second personality is ego. The ego can be perceived as part of personality that acts as a balance between id and superego, and the ego also known as reality principle. So Nina Sayer is the character that portrays this personality. Nina was actually struggling to balance between the morally upbringing by her mother and the sensual point of view from Lily. And the last personality is superego. So the superego is basically a part of personality that deals with the principle of morality. The character that portrays this personality is Erica Sayers, and she was Nina's mother in this film. And in this film, her mother was extremely control Nina's daily life activity, and at the same time, her mother also raised Nina to perceive sex as morally wrong things to do. And it caused frustration to Nina because she was not able to perform the Black Swan role properly. And that's all from my part. Thank you.
Hi, I'm gonna continue the presentation with the theory of learning. From the Black Swan movie, I found out there are two learning theories that apply in this movie. The first theory of learning is operant conditioning by B.F. Skinner. In this scene, we can see that Nina show her skill in the selection session to be chosen to carry the role of Swan Queen. Due to her confident and good skill, Nina and other friends are selected for the next session. From here, we can see that Nina acts by showing her skill to be selected for the role of Swan Queen, and that means Nina really take action to get what she wants. Furthermore, in this scene, we can see that negative reinforcement is also applied in this movie, where Nina fails to show her skill as Black Swan, and this made Nina fail to get the role of Swan Queen. In fact, Thomas also affected Nina by his word. From here, we can see that Thomas' word that hurt Nina become Nina's motivator to do better when Nina talked to Thomas about his previous Black Swan performance and wanted to be given another chance. This showed that Nina did not give up to get the role of Swan Queen. Next is observational learning by Albert Bandura. It's also applied in this movie. In this scene, we can see that Nina see Lily performing a Black Swan performance, and this made Nina feel uneasy about this. In fact, Lily's performance also received praise by Thomas. As a result, Nina rehearsed Black Swan Lily performance many times to be more perfect and to get praise from Thomas. This shows that Nina observed Lily Black Swan performance and produce or reproduction the performance to make Thomas satisfied.
For motivation, the both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation has found in the movie Black Swan. The intrinsic motivation refers to the motivation caused by the intrinsic needs of the individual. For example, a person to do something or learning something for the enjoyment or for her own self-satisfaction and the internal growth. The character Nina has shown her own intrinsic motivation, which she wants to satisfy herself by doing everything perfectly, especially in dance. And also, Nina steals other people's things because she wants to be perfect like the other people by using and ruining their things to achieve her own satisfaction and her perfection that she wants. And next, the character Thomas also a perfectionist like Nina, which he wants everything can be done perfectly. Especially he is strict toward Nina, which he wants Nina can dance the white swan and also the black swan well perfectly in order to satisfy himself on the performance of the swan that can be present perfectly also. For extrinsic motivation, this motivation is referred to the people's behavior motivation under the external requirement and external force. For example, the money, avoiding from punishment from someone, avoiding getting in trouble, and also seeking approval from someone. The character Nina has shown her extrinsic motivation, which she wants the role, Swan Queen, which she wants to perform this role in the performance. So she practiced at home and also practiced until late night hardworking to get the role that she wants. The other example shows that Nina wants the role is Nina has killed Lily, which Lily is the alternative of the role. By killing Lily, Nina knows that no one can replace her anymore to perform the role Swan Queen. And the second extrinsic motivation that shows from the character Nina is she wants the praise from her mother and also Thomas, which she has made a phone call immediately after she has been selected for the role Swan Queen, which she wants to hear the praise from her mother. And also Nina wants the praise from Thomas, the director, which she always rushes to the Thomas after she have danced to waiting for his praise. That's all for the presentation. Thank you.